Hello, welcome to Quantum Online Academy. This is your Dr. Nagaraju Pendam. From the ISRO, one news came. What is that news? Recently, we are sending the NVS-02 satellite to the universe. So, ISRO'S NVS-02 satellite suffers setback, thrusters fail to fire. So, there some thrusters are there to move the action of the satellite. So, those thrusters fail to fire. So, what is the information we have to see? ISRO'S NVS-02 satellite faces a setback as thrusters fail to fire. Thrusters fail to fire. So, that is the problem came in the NVS-02 satellite. ISRO'S attempts to place the NVS-02 satellite in the desired orbit suffered a setback after the thrusters on the board on spacecraft failed to fire. ISRO sending the NVS-02 spacecraft. So, they want to put in a particular orbit they want to keep. So, if they want to keep means they are giving the thruster boosting they want to give to send into the particular orbit. So, that the thrusters means they are giving the force how we have to give by command, that command is not working. So, that is the problem. The NVS-02 satellite, which was crucial for the India's own space based navigation system, was launched on January 29th on the board of the GSLV Mark II rocket, which was ISRO'S 100th mission launch from the spaceport at Sriharikota. The satellite is orbiting the Earth in the elliptical geocentric transfer orbit. So, the satellite is orbiting the Earth in an elliptical geosynchronous transfer orbit GTO, geosynchronous transfer orbit, which is not suitable for the navigation system. So, the system is not suitable for the navigational system. What is transfer orbits and geostationary transfer orbits? So, transfer orbits and geostationary transfer orbits, once you have to see, this is the Earth, North Pole and South Pole is there, there is the equator is there. In the elliptical path, you have to see in the circular orbit up to the altitude up to 35,786 kilometers. So, there is a GTO, geosynchronous transfer of orbit is there. So, in the blue line connecting the yellow and red. So, blue line connecting the yellow and red, this part is there, no. So, that is the, so transferring the orbit, we have to transfer the orbit, this is the GTO. So, the transfer orbits are a special kind of orbit used to get from one orbit to another orbit. When satellites are launched from the Earth and carried to the space with launch vehicles, the satellites are not always placed directly on their final orbit, instead placed on a transfer of orbit. So, once we have to send the satellite cannot go to the particular orbit immediately, we have to transfer the orbit into a particular direction. So, the most frequent type of satellite transfer orbit is a geostationary one, utilized to migrate from one transition orbit to geostationary another orbit, geostationary orbit. So, rockets carrying payload to GEO drop it off at transfer orbits which are halfway points on the path to its final position. So, that is very important, halfway path of this is the final position from the North Pole to we have to observe. So, this navigation satellite 02, the navigation satellite 02 facing the problem setback as thrusters fail to fire, this is the problem. So, facing from the 100th mission, maybe they will solve it, but total rocket is any one orbit it is revolving, but after some time they are modified that one, they are overcome this, they can thrust it and they can keep into a particular orbit. So, later they will see the navigation system, but now onwards it will not work on the navigational system because it is under the GTO is there. So, the satellite orbiting the Earth in the elliptical geosynchronous transfer orbit, which is not suitable for the navigation system. So that's why they want to change into GEO. So the GEO, it will take the time. So this is the crucial satellite for our Indian country to based on the navigation system purpose. So please share and subscribe our YouTube channel. This YouTube channel will give you so much of science and technology issues, current science and technology issues. You listen and enjoy.